Yesterday, Ibis announced two new aluminum bikes, the Ripmo AF and Ripley AF. And amongst that announcement, I got reminded of the quote,
"Let my Ibis do the job."
You know. A couple years ago, I was chatting with my good friend Cerise, the former Ibis marketing manager, and I suggested, hey, it could be a really cool piece of content to find the guy. I thought with a little bit of sleuth work, we could figure out who the guy was. It wasn't super easy, but I was able to track down the original poster of the original clip, got in touch with Mike, and Mike's actually super cool. 47-year-old, well-experienced mountain biker, very into Ibis bikes. He's in California. And Mike emailed me the backstory behind this whole thing, and he just gave me the heads up I'm okay to read it with my voice and post this today. So, anyhow. Big thanks to Mike. If you guys want to see the new Ripmo and Ripley AF bikes, they'll be available in late August, early September. I've got a link to them at Jensen USA in the description below. Anything you purchase from Jensen will help support the channel. Let's get into Mike's story.
Let my Ibis do the job.
Let my Ibis do the job? There was a group of about 8 of us at Redacted Trail Name, which is a secret trail hidden in Redacted. It's a trail with advanced features. I cleared most of the jumps and steeps that day, no problem. It was all successes until I arrived at the most challenging obstacle for me that day. I came across a large boulder nicknamed Big Daddy, which later would be my demise and place me on Pink Bike Friday Fails, aka the Bike Hall of Shame. It's okay to crash and post it on the internet. I've got tons of clips of me crashing. I went and grabbed a few from this very bike, the original Ibis Ripmo V1, so that I can be right there with you, Mike. We all crash. It's fun to share it. It's okay. All but Nards. Nards is the name of his friend. Excellent name. All but Nards and I went for it. Nards had done it before, so I watched how he did it. I watched his approach, gauged his speed, and observed his bodily position. I gathered as much information as possible so I too could clean it. It wasn't a steep drop, maybe 4 feet at most. It was more the approach, drop-off point, and huck nearly to flat that made it technical. Everyone else surrounded the scene with their phones out to record what would turn out to be an epic fail. Nards did his best to break down how to approach Big Daddy. What resonated in my head was when he said, "Let your bike do the job, man." I carefully worked out in my mind and envisioned how I was going to do this. I was ready to give it a go. I roll in. That right there is visualization, imagining in your mind how you're going to do something. That is critical before you attempt anything on a mountain bike. Good work, Mike. I say to myself, stay loose, stay focused, you got this. Confidence, also important. Good work, Mike. Upon getting up the lip of the boulder and approaching the drop, I yell out with my fake Filipino accent,
"Let my Ibis do the job."
Quickly, I dove to the ground. Shoot, not enough speed. The fork deeply compressed, nearly bottoming out and catapulted me over the handlebar. I landed on my back simultaneously with my Ripmo over me while my right foot still clipped in. I continued sliding down with my bike between my legs and tire treads intimate with my man Jules. My Ripmo rolled off me but continued to follow me in the same direction. From the corner of my eye, I see the bike and push off the rear wheel to stop it from landing on me. I slid on my back down the trail and finally came to a complete stop. I saw and heard my bike smash against a tree. It was a loud bang. I bet it was. The bottom tube hammered the tree and cracked. Phew, I didn't lose consciousness. Here's a photo of Mike with his broken helmet from the crash. I didn't have head, neck, or back pain. I continued to do my physical assessment. Being an ER trauma nurse, I ran my own trauma assessment. A, B, C, D, I proceeded to get up. Mike had a bit of a hard time walking because his hamstring was a bit strained, but he was generally okay, except for his chest area. He drove himself to an urgent care, got some x-rays done. He had no pneumothorax, no punctured lungs, but he did have 2 fractured ribs, which is extremely painful. I failed my Ibis Ripmo, not the other way around. As for the bike damage, the down tube fractured as a result from the violent impact against the tree. My Ripmo now RIP. Less than a week or so later, I received a new front triangle through Ibis's no-fault replacement policy and brought my Ripmo back to life. As for Big Daddy, he remains my nemesis. I haven't gone back since the crash. One of my favorite quotes reads, "Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." And that's from Confucius. My epic fail aired on Pink Bike Friday Fails number 120 in May 2020. I was 47 years old when I crashed. I never went back to redeem myself, but I continue to ride hard. As a father of 4 beautiful children, the breadwinner of the family, and ER nurse, it's no longer about me. I've decided to be selective on taking risks because my goal is to continue riding even when I'm a grandpa. A big shout out to Ibis to get my bike up and running again. Until this day, I continue to ride my 2018 Ripmo V1 and love it. I've changed the look a little. Check out my pictures. Huge thanks to Mike for sharing this story. He did a lot of things right with visualizing and positive confident attitude, so things happen. It looks almost like his butt grabbed the back tire, like he got a little too low, or he didn't yank hard enough soon enough. It's hard to say. Maybe he didn't push into the bike enough with the legs. Whatever. I wasn't there. I don't know exactly what went wrong, but Mike, thank you very much for sharing. This is a great story, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope to try out the new AF Ibises at some point. I still don't know what they ride like. I haven't heard anyone talk about the frame stiffness. I haven't heard about the weight. And yeah, I'm really enjoying the current Ripmo V3. I'm riding it with the Ripley colorway, but Ripmo suspension. Anyhow, with all that, please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this kind of content. And with that, I'll see you in the comments. All right, peace and wheelies, everyone.